Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another edition of Random Run. In this edition, we are going to take a look at the Fantastic Four Volume 2. Now, what is it that makes this particular run special? It's the fact that it was actually done by my favorite artist, Jim Lee. That's right, Jim Lee actually did the Fantastic Four. Now, that may be a surprise to some people, but there's an interesting story behind it, and I think that I'm going to get this right. You guys will be the judge. So Jim Lee left Marvel at one point, and I believe it was to go out and start Image. And Image, at some point, Image was designed to be a short-term project, and the guys that started Image were eventually going to come back to Marvel and to do some work, and then I guess continue to kind of do Image on the side. And that was Jim Lee's plan. And so he and Rob Liefeld were at Image, decided that they were going to do some work for Marvel. And in sitting down with Marvel, they basically said, you can do any character, any team that you want. What title do you want? Because we want you back. And Jim actually selected the Fantastic Four. He wanted to draw FF. And so he was basically given Volume 2 to draw. And this 12-part story arc is essentially Jim Lee's return to Marvel. And as you look at the covers of these books, you're going to see some fantastic cover art. I mean, the way he draws the Fantastic Four, the way he drew Captain America in one case, they are solid. So again, Random Run is all about trying to highlight those series, those titles, those books that don't necessarily get the attention that they deserve, but still feature some amazing artwork. And so we are kind of continuing that here, trying to highlight for you a series that you may not have heard about. Maybe you didn't know that Jim Lee actually drew the FF, but now you do. Stay tuned for the part 2. All right, we're going to get this edition of Random Run started, and we are featuring the Fantastic Four Volume number 2, and we are starting off with issue number 1 that actually came out in November of 1996. The cover of all these books, which are incredible, by the way, were actually done by Jim Lee, and he was supported by another artist or two over the course of this 12-part series. I am actually missing issue number 2, but we are going to show it on screen. Here is issue number 3 with some a cool Captain America, Thor, and also Namor there on the cover. We have number 4, and I'm not quite sure if this is the regular cover or if it's like a cover B. I have some uncertainty there, so I may try to do some research, and if I find out it's a little bit different, I'll try to put that on screen so that you guys can see that. Here is issue number 5, Victor Von Doom. Great depiction of him there on the cover. We have issue number 6, issue number 7. Great cover there featuring Wolverine. We have number 8, another great cover featuring the Inhumans. We have number 9, and I need to do some research on that because that looks strangely like Galactus to me, but with a much longer neck and definitely a longer top to his hat there. Here is issue number 10, the Ben Grimm. Can't go wrong with that cover. It's a really awesome one. And then issue number 11, another great cover. Unfortunately, I am actually missing issue number 12, which is the finish to this series, but I'll put it on screen so that you guys can actually see it. So this is a really solid run for Random Run. I wish that I had the full set. I may actually go out and pick up issues number 2 and number 12 so I can complete this set, because the artwork here is incredible, and I may also give it a read relatively soon. As always, guys, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this edition of Random Run.